Welcome to the three-man power trip this week. Wild card weekend is over with. And, I don't know, something happened. I don't know what happened. What happened?
Pass interference.
I'm back. That's what happened.
He's back, and I only got 3 words. You like that? Because I do.
What happened?
You didn't see the video?
Yeah.
Cousins did the you like that.
Oh, yeah.
At the tail end of that.
And I did like that. But we'll get into that. Anyway, there was 4 games over the weekend. What's our records now for the...
I'm 51-47 over the duration of the season.
The duration.
I'm 53 and 44 over the season. I went 2-2 in wild card weekend.
3-1.
I'm 63 and 35. I went 4-0.
I don't think there's any catching yet. There's not enough games left.
There's cheating.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I should be playing the lotto. Been winning a lot lately.
Yes.
So let's go over the games. Saturday, 4:35 game. We have the Bills at the Texans.
Back and forth. That fourth quarter was. And forth, and back, and forth. I throw you ball, you don't catch ball.
That was a hell of a game. The Texans coach I seen was 0-22 when trailing by 16 or more points, and they were down 16-0. So Watson and the coach together with that game plan that they had in the fourth quarter, that comeback, that was...
You know what the game plan was? Move.
Right, get
out
Watson
the way.
and
I ain't turned into luck.
get Watson going and get Hopkins involved. But yeah, that was a hell of a comeback by the Texans, and
it was. But they have got to do something about their offensive line is
There's
terrible.
one thing. You gotta fix the line.
they've gotta.
They do. It's
They
terrible.
allowed 7 sacks, I believe.
Would have been 8 if you would have got on that last throw.
He's not going to sustain that, man. Just like we were talking about with Andrew Luck.
It's gonna be
It's
luck.
like the same thing. He got been killed. I mean, all the time. They had no O-line for years.
I just don't. He's gonna turn into the next RG3.
I mean, they did trade for Tunsil, right? He's the left tackle, but still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get smoking it.
One guy's not enough. You're gonna have to load that line up with a little more.
Yeah, they got to do some serious either drafting or going to free agency this offseason.
Where's Steve Hutchinson when you need him?
Yeah. Either way, though, that was a hell of a game. It went to overtime, and a lot of excitement in overtime. And
but the Texans pulled it off.
Texans pulled it out. Like I said, he got the first win, being down by 16 points in 23 tries. So he's 1-22 now. But hey, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hell, look who was before him? Schaub and Carr.
Woo! So you might be seeing some different times heading forward for the Texans. Like you said, they get that line taken care of.
I think Watson has the potential to be top 5 QB.
Yeah, Watson is an awesome quarterback, but
you just can't run for your life every play.
Yeah, you gotta get him some help.
Who's got the nut? I got the nut. You want the nut?
Squirrel.
On to the next one.
Oh, this one. Whew.
The 8 o'clock game. Oh. Titans at Patriots. The
Hold on, I'd like to take a delay a game. Wait a minute, I'll take another one. That was the funniest shit.
Hey, we're fucking recording. Time is running.
No, oh yeah. Titans pulled that out.
Titans played spoiler, plain and simple.
20-13.
No one had the Titans win. I mean, I guess you did, but
I did.
You guys.
I told you all. Ever since we've been doing this every week, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Brady was going this direction, and you could tell that Brady didn't have that deep threat.
No, yeah.
You could tell that the consistency just wasn't there. Edelman.
They're playing within 10 yards every.
Right. Edelman wasn't on his game either, but I'm just saying you could tell that there was something off.
They're missing that big body.
They're missing that Gronk.
And the Titans, all they did was run Derrick Henry pretty much the whole time. I mean, it was just run him.
What happened? We ran him.
How many yards did he have? It was like
206 total.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Was it I think it was 216.
Might have been, but that's total scrimmage yards receiving end.
It doesn't matter. They're going to lose anyways this week. Fuck them.
Well, yeah.
Fuck the Titans.
Titans played spoilers and got the Patriots out of there. So
no Patriots this year. Huh,
no Patriots. I am so happy about that.
I think I see a trend. I don't think they'll be in there next year either.
Good. Just
that brings up a lot of stuff with Brady. Brady, his contract's up. Is he coming? But he acted like he said it's unlikely he'll retire.
Right, it's unlikely he'll retire, but I kind of have this weird idea. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but I think Belichick might be ready to go a little younger. He's seeing, these Watson and Mahomes and Lamar, all those young kids beat his defense this year. Is he going to want to install a system around a younger...
The problem is he's got nobody waiting. There's not a backup. They traded all their backups that were decent. You know what I mean?
I think the thing was... it's weird to think they had Jimmy G and they had Brissett.
Right.
At one time.
No.
Either one of them could have been a competent quarterback.
I think the problem was Jimmy G was supposed to take it over.
But Brady
kept sticking around.
Well, I think Belichick, that was the fight with him and Kraft. I think Belichick wanted Brady gone. And Kraft wanted to keep him. So,
give that kissy.
Yeah.
So I would say you're going to lose one of them this year. I mean, if Brady comes back, maybe Belichick goes somewhere else. Maybe Belichick goes to the Giants. Has anybody ever thought about that?
I have not.
Yeah. He used to be a coordinator.
Yeah, he was a defensive coordinator when they won 2 rings there.
So they're looking for a head coach. They've got a young quarterback.
The NFL always can surprise, so we'll see.
I just don't see. I don't think there's a spot that you could see Brady go to.
Right.
I keep saying the Chargers.
Yeah, I said people have said the Chargers, but is it really that realistic?
But it's getting rid of an old QB for another old QB that's on the downside. I don't know what the...
And the same as I was saying about New England. Does New England want to go younger? Does the Chargers want to go younger? Are they, like you said, are they really going to want to take on a 43-year-old that you're going to get 2 years out of, or go with a younger guy that you're going to get 15 years out of?
And the Chargers kind of have offensive line.
He's got the looks. Where's the Shawn Michaels music?
But either way, the Titans played spoiler.
I'm just a sexy boy.
Jeez, you guys. But Titans played spoilers and won the game 20-13, so...
Oh, what's this next one? Oh, wow. Sunday, 105 game. Huh.
Another thriller.
Huh.
Was a really good game.
Vikings at Saints.
Here comes the crying.
Pass interference.
Who's on the couch? Yeah. Everybody's on the couch.
Vikings beat the Saints 26-20 in overtime.
Yep.
On a very controversial play.
You touch me, I touch you.
I don't know. There was a lot of hand fighting on that last play. I don't...
There was.
I think you let him play.
And there was missed calls earlier in the game, so I don't know. I think everybody just complains when it comes down to the last play.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think about the play that happened in the second quarter where there was holding and didn't get called, or I don't know.
I know what you're saying.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Vikings fan, because I've...
And as you see, I'm a Dallas fan. I know that you're a Vikings fan, and as far as that last controversial play, I will say this: the Saints last year, they deserved the controversy, and I don't know, should there have been the rule change to allow it to defensive pass interference to become reviewable? All that happened because of that play, but this play, I didn't see enough for there to be a mountain of controversy.
The way it should have been was there was defensive, then it went to offensive. They should have replayed it down.
Right.
But they didn't call defensive.
Right.
So
they didn't call it either way. But he had a little push off, but at the same time, his arm was being grabbed the moment before that slight push off. Yeah. But I think, like you said, it was a little hand fight in both ways, and I think the refs just let him play.
Yeah.
And that's honestly, I'm okay with that.
I do think the overtime.
It's just
it needs, and both teams need the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Need you start everybody out at the 50-yard line, because I know college is 35, I think.
Yeah, college puts them right into field goal range, basically.
Maybe we put the ball in the middle of the field, and you get your fastest guy on your team, and the other team gets its fastest guy, and then you run for it. Whoever gets it first gets the ball.
Oh, you
There's
don't
dodgeball rules there, man.
You don't want to be playing the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's true, Tyreek Hill.
But anyways, I agree with you. I just think the touchdown winning the game, and it doesn't allow the other team an opportunity. I think it should at least go one opportunity to match, and then it would go to next score wins.
It should go into a shootout. Like hell, even soccer is. You kick ball, I kick ball. You kick ball, I kick ball.
The best way I can explain it is the games that go into overtime are evenly matched for 60 straight minutes. One touchdown ends it on a walk-off. I get that. No other sport does that. Baseball, somebody hits a home run that's at bat first, the next team gets a chance to match the home team. Yeah. And then basketball actually plays overtime in entirety. Multiple, you can go 2-3 overtimes. It's just they keep playing actual basketball. There's no...
What's this guy doing?
I don't know. But there's no...
Killer shades, man.
They don't walk down, hit a 3, and the game's over.
Yeah.
It's you actually play the actual game of basketball.
I get it, yeah.
And then hockey plays one overtime and then goes to a shootout.
But there's a lot of things that the NFL doesn't do right.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to review that damn delay of game shit so you can't run the clock, but the damn overtime won't get changed.
No.
You know why? Because that's who we are.
But hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. The Vikings got the walk-off touchdown. That is what under the current rules. So, I mean, until they make a change, we're all just kind of talking. But Deion Sanders, who is pretty high up in the football world, has said that it needs change.
No, he's not. He ain't Deion Sandcats.
Deion.
But, no, I'm just telling you, there's people in high-up places, way higher than us, actual former NFL players that have looked at the rule and said, man, it's not right that you don't get the opportunity to match.
Yeah.
But anyways, Vikings got the win, man, and we're going into next week.
And nobody gave them a chance.
Nobody gave them a chance.
And Kirk Cousins finally got that win.
Yep. Oh, man.
It doesn't get more prime time than the playoffs.
I agree with that.
On the road.
On the road, at the Dome. That's crazy. But on to the next one.
That's crazy. Call me baby.
Seahawks at Eagles. I think we all had the Seahawks in this one.
Yeah. And Wentz went down.
No, shades are coming off for that one. Should have kept Foles.
Yep.
And McCown didn't really.
He'll get you there to the playoffs, but he can't finish.
Wentz went down, but even if he didn't go down, were they really going to beat Seattle? I don't know. I mean...
This was probably out of all the games, probably the less exciting game.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I was watching it and was honestly kind of bored at times with it and just kind of...
Hit him, Clowney! Hit him!
But,
yeah, there's that hit. Yeah.
Seattle did just enough to win. They got the 17-9 win, so...
No.
Yeah, what's his name? Pacifier boy.
Pacifier boy?
Yeah, Metcalf. Where's it?
DK Metcalf.
Oh, yeah. He broke the...
I saw his post-game interview. He had a Nesquik gold chain on. I was like, this guy looks a lot of chocolate milk. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Sexual chocolate.
Hey.
Anyways, Seattle got the win. And there's not much to say about it other than, McCown kind of came in and...
I love you, Ertz.
He's been in the league for a while.
Come here, buddy. Well, yeah, look at his side job. He coaches Pee Wee football. I got to go back to them damn kids.
Russell Wilson and Seattle got the win. It was a stingy win. It wasn't very high scoring. Like you said, it was the least exciting of the four, but they got it done.
They got it.
Yeah.
So next week, we're going to have everything's matched up now. We got Saturday, the 4:35 game. We're going to have the Vikings at the 49ers. Then after that, at 8:15, we're going to have Titans at the Ravens. Then Sunday at 3:05, we got Texans at the Chiefs. And then the late game at 6:40, Seahawks at Packers. So we're down to the end here, man.
It's looking like a pretty hell of a lineup, a pretty good lineup. I really like a lot of these matchups. So, the Vikings at 49ers, anything you want to say?
Skol!
I'm picking the Vikings, man.
I got the Vikings.
I got the Vikings as well. You guys made me a believer, and,
as good as everybody thinks the 49ers are, I don't know, man. Shanahan worked for Gary Kubiak. We got Kubiak, and Kirk Cousins worked with Kyle Shanahan too in Washington. So I don't know. We got a little insight. I think we'll do all right, especially after watching that Saints game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say, regardless of what the overtime rules, regardless of it, the Vikings got that win. They made me a believer. Like I said, I've been up and down on Cousins this year with the primetime curse, the 0-7 on Monday Night Football. And yes, this wasn't a Monday game, but it still was primetime. Playoffs are playoffs, regardless of what day it's played on.
Playoffs.
But
we're just trying to win a game.
But the Cousins made me a believer. It was a tough win in the dome, and I'm going to take you guys at the 49ers in warm weather. So you're not gonna be dealing with any snowy weather or anything like that. So it's going to be warm weather. So I think Cousins has a
Sun's
real
out,
shot.
Guns out.
If you guys Thielen's playing good now.
If you got Thielen, Cook, and Diggs, man, if you guys can get them rolling, if Cousins can feed those three
stuck on
equally, I really think you guys got a shot to upset the 49ers. Will it be a high-scoring game? I don't know. I'm thinking middle.
Got two good defenses. So.
I'm thinking in the 20s, kind of like the Saints, 26-20, 23-20, but I think I got the Vikings doing it.
Oh, I got him doing it.
Doing it and doing it and doing it well. That's what they're going to do.
Three-way. Oh, yeah. You want some, Diggs?
Three-man power
trip. Come here, Cookie Monster.
But
Cookies crumble.
On to the next one. The Titans at the Ravens. What say you?
There ain't nothing to say. They ain't gonna win. Ravens will run right over them.
The Ravens. Ravens are gonna win.
I hope you're right. I got the Ravens winning as well. But
if you can stop Derrick Henry,
Ravens played them in the season. They shut him out. Henry had, I think, 21 yards rushing. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All Lamar, baby, all day. Oh.
I really hope you're right. Like I said, I got the Ravens winning. But there is one thing that scares me.
No, there ain't nothing.
Not a damn. There's one thing that scares me, and it's nothing to do with the actual Ravens squad.
Delay a game.
No, not the delay games either. I did a little bit of research. Heisman winners, only 10 Heisman winners have ever won a Super Bowl ring. Only 3 of those 10 were quarterbacks. Only 2 of those 3 were starting quarterbacks. One of the quarterbacks that was a Heisman winner was a backup when he won the ring. He technically got a ring still, but he wasn't the starter. Heisman winning quarterbacks do not translate to rings. I don't know why, but it is a historical fact.
Everything's meant to be broken.
Me.
And I'm feeling like I'm breaking.
And I agree with that also because Belichick was 16-0 in Saturday playoff games. Like when we were watching the game, it showed that stat. He lost. The Texans coach, 0-22, he won. So records are meant to be broken, but it scares me. It scares me that Heisman quarterbacks are just in the NFL MVPs, players that have won MVPs. Mahomes last year didn't win a ring. For some reason, MVPs and Heisman winners, they don't translate to rings.
There's a difference. There is one difference. Don't get on Madden.
Don't get put on Madden covers. Or apparently, what?
AB?
Yeah,
the curse of AB. Yeah, don't get put on Madden and don't.
All the teams got what? Is it eliminated? Oh, okay, so let's see here. It was the Raiders.
Bills.
With the frozen feet,
Bills, because
Raiders.
He was going to get traded there.
Bills were in trade talks with AB.
Patriots
actually had him.
Saints.
The Saints were working him out, yeah.
Oh, they were working him out, all right. Now, who was the other one?
Steelers.
Oh, yeah, Steelers.
Yeah, he went from the Steelers. But yeah, all the teams that AB was a part of, all 5 of them,
I thought it was funny how he posted on his Instagram. What did he say? Something about him and Brady. Pretty much saying they would have won if they would have.
And he said something after that said, "Call me," with a little hand signal like that.
Oh, I'll call you.
But anyways, I got the Ravens doing it, but I'm just saying,
there is no.
It's a weird statistic But it is historical fact.
Well, I think they said, too, they've got 5 Heisman winners in that game.
In that game alone?
Mariota, Henry.
But Mariota's on the bench.
Right, that Heisman bench.
Yep.
Hey, everybody's got to get their hands on eventually. Lamar, RG3, and then Mark Ingram.
So, I mean, that's a pretty loaded matchup there. But I'm just saying, it's kind of...
Back in load, baby!
It's kind of... Oh, my Lord.
I got my loaded.
It's just a weird statistic, man, and it just scares me. So I really want your Ravens to get it done, but I think
this week they got it, you know.
Right.
Next week, I mean, we'll see. But.
Right, we'll see next week. But, start with the Sunday games.
Uh-oh.
We got 3:05 game. We got the Texans at the Chiefs.
I like this matchup.
The Chiefs. I don't. I mean, like I said, Watson. They're playing good, but man, he's just
left, right.
I could see him getting hurt and being out of a game here soon. You know what I mean? If he gets up against the wrong defense. Now the Chiefs' defense isn't the greatest, but they've came on towards the end of the year. I think
they're playing a lot better. I got the Chiefs as well,
and of course their offense. I mean,
who do you got?
I got the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, yeah.
I don't know if
Watson
goes out there and breaks that Dak dance out.
Yeah.
Bob and weave.
The hits. But, yeah, I mean, this matchup, you got Watson versus Mahomes, and...
That should be his nickname. Footloose.
The Bills' defense is a legit defense. So, can the Chiefs get after him like the Bills did? Like I said, yeah, they allowed the 7 sacks, but the Bills are also, they've got a pretty legit front 7, and I think they have the talent to get after him. Do the Chiefs have that?
They got
Can they put
oh, man, sucks!
Can they put Watson under that kind of pressure?
I don't think it's hard. It seems about it like every team's put Watson under a lot of pressure this year. I mean, that O-line's just... It's not good.
Who is it?
We talked about it earlier.
And
who is it? You might as well play flag football.
Yeah. And as you said, the Chiefs have came on late. They kind of started slow defensively, but they've had some pretty good performances. They're playing good team ball, at least down the stretch here. So we'll see. I got the Texans doing it at Arrowhead.
You touch ball, I touch ball. You touch ball, you don't touch ball.
And the next one is the 6:40 game on Fox.
What a weird time.
Seahawks at Packers. Another thriller. I'm thinking like the Seahawks at Eagles last week. In a weird sense, I know it's the last game of the divisional round, but I'm just not as excited about this one.
Yeah, I think the Packers win.
I got Packers as well at Lambeau.
If the Vikings win, I really hope the Packers win because I want the Vikings to go play the Packers.
Jesus, did you hear what you just said?
I did.
You guys are 0-2.
The Vikings are going to win.
0-2 versus the Packers this season. You really want them.
I do. I honestly just don't see the Seahawks winning. Yeah, they beat a depleted Eagles team. Yeah, well.
But it was 17-9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, I don't know.
As depleted as the Eagles were, that wasn't a very impressive
what was
win.
That look?
I got the Seahawks.
Are you serious?
Oh,
damn right.
You got
Russell Wilson. They're going to beat them.
Now Wilson, I will say that is he is a really good playoff. Or just a quarterback that's, in the moment, in the spot. He's a good prime time quarterback. It's good wording.
Except for when they get on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Delay a game.
Don't run the ball.
What's the highlight of this season? Delay a game. Petey, give it to Lynch. They're not going to do that. Skittles. Oh, shit.
Well, you got Seattle doing it? So.
Yeah, Seattle will do it.
So that's the only game that's different out of all 4 of the games.
Somebody's got to be different.
Hey, well.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
I kind of have a strong sense that, Ravens, Chiefs, and Packers. The Vikings 49ers was kind of that's my 50-50. I got the Vikings doing it. You've kind of talked me into it. The Vikings have sold.
Listen to me.
He's got a mouth on him. He's a talker.
The win over the Saints kind of sold me on them. So we'll see what happens, though. I'm definitely excited for divisional round.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be.
So as far as that, we got some news. Your team,
Dallas Cowboys,
hired a new head coach.
Yep. And a defensive coordinator.
Who did they hire?
So we got Mike McCarthy.
Who? Oh.
I know. As an old Green Bay coach.
I know.
I get it, but
what's your thoughts?
He had 9 playoff appearances in 13 seasons. His 1 Super Bowl win, obviously, in 2011.
State Farm.
But
DJ Raj.
I'm telling you, Garrett had 8 seasons, 3 appearances in the playoffs, and nothing really deep.
Well, I mean, Garrett should have been gone. I just don't know if McCarthy.
Right? Is he the right fit? I don't know.
Like we were talking about earlier, the reason he was let go in Green Bay is because he was very old school minded with the offense.
We do a lot of
talking.
He
didn't want to adapt.
We do, but
that's what this is.
I think with a team like the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. You need somebody that's a little innovative when it comes to offense. I don't know. But, I mean, it could work. I mean, I don't know. But they were pretty quick to hire him as a coach. Mm-hmm. He didn't really interview anybody else, really. Marvin Lewis, they said.
Marvin Lewis and then him, and then just a day or two later, breaking news.
It was already set in stone.
So, yeah, I'm thinking that his interview was just sold Jerry instantly.
I read somewhere that McCarthy stayed at his house.
Mm-hmm. I think I heard that also.
They had a slumber party.
Oh, was there crabs involved? But, I mean... the biscuit, baby! Yeah, all in all, though, I definitely am excited about the hire. He has had consistency, at least, in making the playoffs. And can he get us over the hump? We have a talented team. Dak and Zeke, we've got a decent line. Decent O-line. A solid defense. I wish we were a little stronger on D, but... We've got definitely a decent enough team that I think McCarthy can come in and work with the talent we have.
Not everybody can have a D.
So, and we also got a defensive coordinator. Mike Nolan was the Saints linebackers coach. The last coordinator job he had was in 2014. So,
it's been a while. Huh?
Yeah, it's been
very old school.
Been a few years.
See, that's
you know what happened.
But either way,
what happened. You ready?
Yep, we're ready.
McCarthy told Jerry everything he wanted to hear.
Yep.
That's what happened.
Well, see, I think Jerry's kind of at that state. Now,
Senile?
Well, Al Davis with the Raiders used to make great decisions. The older he got, he kept making some bad decisions. Mm-hmm. And I read Jerry learned from Al about how to run a team. And all that stuff. So I don't know, man. And just like you said, they're bringing in this offensive coordinator that hasn't been a coordinator in, 5 years?
Yeah. He's been in the league, but he was a linebackers coach with the Saints.
Yeah, the reason he was a linebackers coach.
I just don't know, man. I mean, I felt like you guys should have got like Eric Bieniemy, maybe from the Chiefs.
Right.
Or Greg Roman.
And
I know you don't want to lose him, but I mean somebody
he ain't going nowhere.
No, but somebody that's
keep your dirty paws.
Very offensive, innovative.
I know what you mean. I know what you're getting at.
For like a high-powered offense.
Hell, even that. Who's that guy from Baylor?
Oh, gosh,
I don't know.
I don't know why is everybody so high on him.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know his name.
Remember it.
But the only thing that kind of, I guess, doesn't really bug me, but kind of...
It bugs you. Just say it bugs you.
It doesn't really bug me because I think McCarthy was a good hire, but it just... I felt that we should have interviewed a few more names and just kind of seen what else was out there. Even if we did go back and hire McCarthy, I just felt that it was kind of a rush
you
decision.
Jumped the gun,
right?
I feel like he jumped the gun because he was interviewing with a couple other teams, and I think it's going to be either you get a couple of top guys or you don't get anybody.
Right.
Hell, you should just sign Romo.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows what all the hell's happening in the booth.
he does seem to be very smart. But I mean, as far as that news, like I said, the Cowboys' new coach and coordinator. I don't really know anything else.
All I saw today was Wade Phillips got let go from the Rams.
What a boy!
So Wade Phillips is out there. I think Dallas actually had him for a few years, so that we wouldn't want to go back to him.
Why? Weren't those back in the golden years?
Mm-hmm. You looking for some more news, or?
Oh, I'm looking.
And there's a lot of coaches. I mean, what do we got? The Panthers are looking for a coach. Mm-hmm. The Giants, the Browns.
Jesus, you guys signed McCarthy to a 5-year deal.
Yeah, I didn't know the details of it. I just knew that.
I think it's terrible. I think he's on the hot seat.
As soon as he walks in.
I mean, being honest, I mean, think about it. You have as much talent. You're not really in a rebuild. You're in more of a buying and a contending stage.
Right.
Where you're a couple pieces away.
And I think that's probably why Jones hired him, though, because he's had head coach experience.
He can work with what we have and not go into a rebuild. So, yeah.
I mean,
let's see.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell. So, but
Robert Kraft. Here's one. You ready?
Did he get a massage?
No. Oh. He's giving one off to Brady. But anyways, Kraft hopes Brady either plays for Pats or he retires.
Okay.
Why? Let him go.
Right, just let him go to the Chargers. Let him go to the...
I do think it would be good because then you always have this debate of Belichick and Brady. Mm-hmm. See if they can do it without each other. It's kind of like a marriage. Oh, here's one we can talk about.
Maybe Belichick can go back to the Browns.
See if we can turn that around.
Oh, yeah, somebody's got to.
Honestly, would that surprise anybody if he went back to Cleveland?
It surprised me.
I don't know.
I mean, hell, they got it. Baker.
They've got the talent.
I think the problem with Belichick is I think that he's getting to the point where his schemes aren't working.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were saying back when the Ravens played them. It's a basic system. Every guy fills in their role, where they're supposed to be, and that's how the defense runs. Now, here is some news that came out. You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Da-da-da-dun,
There we go. Did you hear that? Tua declared for the draft.
Oh, yeah. How high is he going to go?
Sky high.
I think he'll be top 10.
Yeah.
People need quarterbacks. Is he going to stay healthy? I don't know. Mm-hmm. He's very injury prone.
I'm right there with you.
I've seen a couple things. I've seen one of them said that Miami might be
Dolphins.
a destination.
I've seen Dolphins
because he could sit behind Fit Magic.
Mm-hmm. At least for a year.
What do you do?
Mahomes sat for 1 year and then he came out explosive. Like sometimes you sit for a year, you kind of learn the game from the sidelines. You adjust to the speed of the game a little bit with the practices. And then once Mahomes had a shot, he threw 50 touchdowns, man.
He ain't going to do that again.
I don't think it's smart when teams throw rookies in there like we're talking about.
Right away.
Horrible offensive line.
Right.
It's like, build up your O-line, man.
Footloose! Now here's a question. I mean, you talking about Tua. Where the hell's Rosen go? I know we talked about that before. I think it wouldn't surprise me if he goes in New England.
A young, once again,
a young quarterback that hasn't had the opportunity.
I wouldn't mind him in Minnesota for a backup right now, at least.
Right now, if Cousin blows this shit, fuck it, get him out of here.
Yeah, I just don't think he's gotten a fair shake, man.
Well, it's kind of.
Well, I mean, it could be the next Jimmy Claus.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess you never know, but
I just don't.
I mean, Rosen has a talent though. He went pretty high in the draft, man. So.
Oh yeah, but he came out saying that there were 9 draft picks.
9 picks too high, but still, he was in the first round. So he's got the talent, at least this combine and everything.
The problem with the draft, though, man, all the quarterbacks, there's always like a handful that always go in the first round, and are all of them really first round?
Yeah.
Worthy, or does the team just need a quarterback?
Mitch Trubisky is kind of a name there that you can point that at.
Oh, you talk about a dumpster fire.
Mitchell.
But, yeah, I get what you're saying. Are they all really first rounders?
Mitch the Mitch. I remember when that happened because
everybody's like, what the hell?
John Fox was even there showing him on TV like, what the fuck are we doing?
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing?
He didn't want to do it.
He would have been there, but then you start naming, well, he could have gotten Mahomes later.
But but in all fairness, nobody knew how Mahomes was going to play. I mean, he wasn't in the top couple quarterbacks that year. I mean, nobody thought he was going to be that great.
But they also passed on Watson.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people knew that Watson would translate well, but they didn't know Mahomes. I'll give you that, but they passed Watson as well.
No.
And I think that was a mistake.
Man.
And they keep saying, he's... I don't know.
It's weird to think about it, though, because what if they did take Watson? Would have Watson done as well there in a different coach, different system?
I'm glad they didn't take Watson.
Yeah.
My division.
Yeah, I hear you.
But
yeah, I don't know.
It's hit and miss every year with the QBs.
They get drafted too damn high.
And it seems like most of the top couple usually don't even amount to much. I mean,
Jamarcus Russell.
And that kind of what you're saying, teams are just so quick to let me go get my quarterback.
And they give up a bunch of draft picks to move up to take some guy that...
And you have no line to protect him. Kyler Murray is a hell of a talent, but how long is it going to be like a Watson or like an Andrew Luck where you have no line?
And offensive linemen are harder and harder to come by, getting a really great offensive lineman. I mean, if a team has a really good offensive lineman, most of the time you're not getting them in free agency. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to draft them.
There's two things.
Because teams will lock that lineman up on a contract.
You can't get a lineman, and you can't get a damn kicker.
Kicker.
What in the hell has happened to kickers?
There's probably 10 good ones, and the rest are like, oh, God, is he gonna make it? I mean,
Who won? Yeah, they pulled him out of the Bills tailgate game house. Yeah, I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. You think as many kickers?
How hard is it to kick a damn ball?
It's obviously pretty hard. But I mean, with as much practice, that's all they do. You think that at least there should be, 25 to 30 good kickers. I could see a couple being kind of shaky, but at the NFL...
Oh my God, your leg's shaking.
At the NFL level, you would think that almost every team would have at least an 85-90% kicker, at least at the next level, you know what I mean?
Kickers get those weird things. I mean, being a Vikings fan, I don't like talking about kickers, but we went through our fair share and had some bad missed kicks, but sometimes we had that Blair Walsh. Mm-hmm. We drafted him. He was amazing for like 2 years. And then he missed a big kick. And then it gets stuck in their head or something. And then they start missing all these other kicks. It's weird, man. I don't understand. And then he just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
Well, it's kind of like Vinatieri's starting to go through that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like they never recover from it.
That's weird.
They got Tucker. Tuck-O-Matic.
Yeah, Tucker.
141 points.
Tucker is
He's had for the past 4 years.
It'll happen, though, man.
No, it won't. I don't want Billy Cundiff.
But Vinatieri, I think his career is on the very edge.
It wouldn't surprise me if he's gone.
Yeah, the Colts really, you can't trust him if you're the Colts. I wouldn't, anyways. I would say my goodbyes and
you know what?
Go with a younger guy.
Every Colt becomes a Bronco.
Yep.
But anyway, I think that's about it, right? Can't think of anything else.
What's cooking?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there was no really huge storylines other than the wild card weekend and the Cowboys.
Well, there's one thing we could talk about. Just want to let everybody know. 2 weeks, we're going to have our Pro Bowl picks. Pro Bowl, baby. I could go either way.
Yeah, Pro Bowl is always a fun time.
Hell, it's better than the Super Bowl.
Who's going to win?
I don't know. A team.
Isn't Mike Vick one of the coaches?
Yeah. What's Booger? Booger's sitting there. One of these teams, I can promise you, is going to win.
There's 2 teams, and one of them win at the end of this game.
Whoever scores the most points.
Whoever scores the most points.
Whoever gets the most delay a game.
That's a good one.
Those delay games. Oh, gosh.
Well, anyways.
Yeah, I guess we're done. We'll see you after this next divisional playoff weekend.
We quit.
And make sure you like us on Facebook. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, so you get all of our videos.
Yeah, we got plenty.
We're out.
See you later.
Later.
Ooh.
It's like froze.